Ben,
Okay.
UFC 307s this weekend. Khalil
Yeah.
Rountree got a shot with Pereira.
Well, I was going to use that for Funky's Corner because I got
Yes, I
nothing
was
else to
gonna
talk about
say,
right
I was
now.
gonna say that. I was going to say we start our segment. You ready?
Well, you're gonna love. I think you're gonna love what I have to say here.
All right, let me
Um,
introduce it. Guys, Ben and I spoke about this a little bit ago. We want to give him a moment in the show for his own time where I shut the fuck up and let him go. And we call that Funky's Corner. So, guys, welcome to Funky's Corner while Ben Askren has his time. Go ahead, Ben.
well, get your Extreme Balance on Amazon. Give me a damn review.
Okay.
Um, Daniel, you know what I was gonna say was back in boxing, I got a Muhammad Ali shirt on right now. I loved reading about Muhammad Ali, and one of the things is he was the A side, and people would come to watch him in boxing. They didn't have, and they still don't, and it seems like it was even better. It was better back then, not like today's, but they would just match him up against the English champion or whomever, right? And he'd go around and beat these people up. And he was the show. He was the A side. It feels like now that's what they're doing with Pereira. And obviously in boxing, one of the things you always saw was you have to kind of, I said this earlier, you have to make both parties have at least some chance at a victory. Otherwise, it's not fun. If we already know what's going to happen, this is not fun. So you've seen the media purposely try to build Khalil Rountree up big time over the course of the last week and a half to get us really, really excited. And I think they're trying to think he's really tough and it's going to be really competitive. And I think Alex Pereira is going to put him out pretty fast. And the star of Alex Pereira continues to rise. How do you feel about that?
Why? Why do you think he's going to put him out there fast?
'Cause I think Roundtree's going to strike with him, and what we've seen with people that try to
Kind of
strike
has
with
to.
Alex Pereira, he puts him down. I mean, think about a Strawn Strickland who's been the UFC champion. He is really powerful, and he puts people out.
Well, I mean that's a big fight, but to play the devil's advocate in Utah,
Yeah.
we have now seen Kamaru Usman dominating Leon Edwards get knocked out at the
Yep.
very end for him to become champ. We have also seen Dustin Poirier, who had beaten Justin Gaethje, get knocked out, and thus Justin Gaethje became the BMF champion. So if there is anything to be said about Salt Lake City, upsets happen, and it would seem that a guy who's ranked number 6, 7 in the world taking on the champion is a blueprint for an upset because in
Yeah.
those moments, the champ may overlook him. I don't know that Pereira will do that, but those are the times. They call them trap games in football. This feels like a trap game for Alex Pereira. And if he ain't ready, seems like Khalil Rountree with his power can knock him out.
Yeah. What'd you think about my boxing analogy?
I thought it was good. I like
You like
Funky's
it?
Corner. I like when you go. I thought you would go a little longer though. I really did kind of expect
Okay.
you to go more than 1 minute. I did.
Oh, all right. Well, next time I'll bring more material next time. It's honestly sometimes it feels like because sometimes I do, Facebook lives and stuff by myself and I can go for, 10, 12, whatever minutes. But it feels like if I'm sitting here across with Daniel Cormier, I should be talking to Daniel Cormier. I should not be monologuing for a really, really long time.
No, you're smart, man. You got a lot of great information. That's why we're doing that. I respect you in
All
that
right.
way. That's why I wanted to give you that segment.
Couple practices I was at and back home, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Hey, I gotta be honest, man. That kid that you had, I mean, what a street thug. What a thug. Just a thug that bullies. I don't know what
He just
neighborhood you took
listen.
that kid out of. That is a thug.
Uh,
He probably has a 2 point something GPA. What a
I
bad kid.
have
I
no
mean,
idea. He comes in and he just tells me wild stuff, and I told you
no,
like
he's awesome.
every day, every time it's Chimaev, it's whatever Pereira. He loves Pereira. But
He's
he
awesome.
acts like you can't choke me out. So one day I just choked him out real quick, you know. And then every day he keeps coming in acting like that never happened. Like
He's awesome.
it just didn't happen.
He's awesome. You know what's crazy about not happening? So
What?
sometimes you like might black out, right, and do
Uh-huh.
something that you don't remember. You know who did that?
Who?
again. Conor
Luis.
McGregor. Did you see it?
Oh, oh my God. Oh, I should have known that. I walked right into that one. Yeah, I
You
don't know
walked in.
who thought it
What do you
was a
mean
good
you walked into
idea
that one?
to
What do you mean you walked into that one?
walk. I was just totally. I knew it was on the list of topics to talk about, and I totally I just blanked. It was like I should have known the answer. I don't know why I didn't know it. I feel like a dummy. Um, but I don't know why that was a good answer to just give him some weed and give him some alcohol and just let him go, I guess.
Hey, do people care? Do people even like? I gotta ask this. Like, and I mean, look, I don't want him to come after us, but here's the deal: do people care about him if they keep putting him in those situations when he's in that state? Because it seems like he always has a camera in front of him
Yeah.
whenever he's in that like messed up
Well,
state.
I believe that's a company that he has an ownership stake in. It's called Dual Bits.
Yeah, so what are they doing? How are they doing that? Like you got to know, right, Ben? I
Yeah.
know if so. We have a friend named Jared, right?
Me and you?
I
Me
will
and
not
you?
share. Yeah, you and I have a friend named Jared.
Okay.
Jared's a wrestling coach. I will not say his last name. When Jared has fun, we don't put
Yeah.
Jared on camera or bring him around people because he's having a good time. PNL coaches, we tend to
Ah,
get
yes,
together and we
yes.
have
I see what
fun.
you're saying.
We shield him, right? Why aren't
Yeah.
they shielding Conor McGregor?
Um, I don't think that Connor wants to be shielded. And I think I literally said this on our last show is that, he's wealthy enough and he is funny enough and he's not really hurting anyone. That he just goes out here and acts freaking wild all the time. And
No,
no one seems to mind all that much.
some of the stuff was just so out there though. I was like, man, and then they
I
still
feel
do
like this was the most gone he's ever been, like on camera.
live,
Live,
live.
yes. He was just
It
all over the place.
it felt watching that it was the most. It's hard to explain, right? That he was
Yeah.
able to, because here's the thing, right, Ben? You can do things like you and I will do this. If we say something that isn't appropriate or that isn't great, we'll take some time. And then in our group message, we might go, hey, Luis,
Yeah.
we don't know if we want to put that part out. I don't like the way it came out. Luis will then edit that out of the conversation.
Yeah.
How in the world does Conor McGregor do that? And it goes from start to finish and actually reaches air. Like, how
No,
can you?
wasn't he was live the whole time, to my
That's the
understanding.
problem. Can't do live television, man.
Why was
You
he
can't
doing that?